after we use opłatek, we see the star, we share our opłatek, is when we can sit down to stół wigilijny and eat the wigilijne potrawy. However, what do we also find on the table, on the Polish Christmas Eve table, stół wigilijny? What do we find? Well, we find an extra place, an extra empty place with an extra empty plate. That is one of the traditions in Poland that we do as part of our celebrations, is to leave this empty place at the table with an empty dish, just in case someone will knock at your door to come and join your Christmas because they have nowhere to spend it. So it's an idea for uninvited guests to always feel invited, because it's time when we are very generous, it's a time when we are very thankful for everything, and it's part of the tradition to have that space at your table to invite someone to spend the Christmas with you in case they are alone, because we never should be alone during Christmas. And I remember we had those empty spots at the table, but not that anyone really visited us, but yeah, it's part of the tradition, just in case someone knocks at your door and wishes to spend Christmas with you. It could be even an unknown person, seriously. That's just the part of the tradition. Anyone who will knock your door is invited to spend a Wigilia with you. Underneath the Christmas table cloth, no, because we have the Christmas table, no, and then we have this Christmas table cloth, no, which we know as obrus in Polish. Underneath that, one of the traditions is to put siano, which is hay, to put siano underneath it, which is representative of the hay in which Jesus was in the szopka betlejemska during the time of his birth. So we associate it back to Jesus and being born among hay, etc. So siano is put underneath the Christmas table, Christmas Eve table, obrus cloth. So underneath that cloth is what we usually put is siano. It is also very common to listen to Christmas carols during your supper, your dinner with the family, during Wigilia, no? During kolacja wigilijna. And Christmas carols in Polish are kolędy. That's how we call them in plural. Kolędy. One Christmas carol is kolęda. Some of the most popular ones, of course, are Cicha noc, Wśród nocnej ciszy, Przybieżeli do Betlejem. And Przybieżeli do Betlejem is my favorite Christmas carol, my favorite kolenda. I am very Americanized in that sense, and I love listening to American songs for Christmas, but we will usually play some Polish kolendy during our Wigilia. At some stage we play Christmas carols, kolendy. Another tradition that is part of Wigilia is known as PASTERKA. And what is PASTERKA? Basically, it is a mass in a church, okay? So it's msza w kościele, mass in a church, around midnight, o północy, around midnight, o północy. And some families will go with their children to this PASTERKA, what we know, to this mass, msza. I used to go with my friends to those masses at midnight. And it's another tradition that is observed in Poland. Some people do, some people don't. You know, it's very individual. I used to go with my friends to PASTERKA rather than my family members, because they wouldn't really go to it wasn't part of our home traditions, but it is one of the Polish traditions to go to PASTERKA, msza święta, at midnight, o północy. So now some of the vocabulary. We know that 24th of December is known as Wigilia. 25th of December is known as Boże Narodzenie. Boże Narodzenie. Or o pierwszy dzień świąt. Pierwszy dzień świąt. The second day of Christmas, the Boxing Day, as we know it, or it is known, I think, in Ireland at least, we call it Boxing Day. Well, in Poland we just simply call it second day of Christmas, drugi dzień świąt. Here, what we have is choinka, choinka. This, bombka, bombka. In the plural, bombki, bombki. This thing is called in Polish łańcuch, łańcuch. Here we have gwiazda, gwiazda. And actually another tradition in Poland is that the gwiazda on the choinka is placed by the man of the house. My father used to always put gwiazda on the choinka. So that's another tradition that is quite famous in Poland. It was really famous in my family, that the man of the household is to put the gwiazda on the top of choinka that is representative of the Gwiazda Betlejemska. That is the Bethlehem star that guided the three kings to Jesus. So I haven't received it this year because I live in Poland now, so I am with my family here. But usually we also send and receive karty świąteczne in plural or in singular, karta świąteczna. So whenever I lived away from my family, I would always receive kartki. We can also say it in diminutive way. So kartki, kartki świąteczne or kartka świąteczna. So you will hear that too. Another vocabulary that is, we never did that in my family house. I think it's very American, but the mistletoe, we know of it, but I don't think many people put that, or maybe that was just me, I don't know. But mistletoe in Polish is jemioła, jemioła. So actually in Poland now in December we had a lot of snow. Snow is called śnieg, śnieg. So today it's not really snowing, but if it would have been snowing right now, I would say pada śnieg, pada śnieg. In the present tense. Now, no, it's now that happening. Pada śnieg. Or if it happens, before, I would say padał śnieg, padał śnieg. And I really hope it'll be snowing, that będzie padał śnieg. I hope the snow will be falling. So basically, I hope it will be snowing. Because I would love to ulepić bałwana. Bałwan is the snowman, but if you want to say that you want to make the snowman, you will use the verb ulepić. So, I want to make a snowman will sound like this. Ja chcę ulepić bałwana. So hopefully for Christmas you will also get some gifts, no? So gifts in Polish are prezenty. In plural or in singular, present, present, prezenty, present. And who brings the Christmas presents? Well, it's this Santa Claus, no? So Santa Claus in Polish is Mikołaj, Mikołaj. There are some regions where they will refer to Mikołaj as Gwiazdor, Gwiazdor, which goes back to the idea of gwiazda, no? So I presume he comes from the stars. Anyway, most popular is to hear Mikołaj, Mikołaj. And, Mikołaj is usually accompanied by his renifery, or in singular, renifer. Another thing that a lot of people, not only in Poland, but in a lot of countries, place as part of their Christmas decorations in the house, beside the Christmas tree or whatever in the house, is szopka betlejemska z Jezusem, Maryją, Józefem oraz 3 królami, którzy obdarowali Jezuska złotem, kadzidłem i mirrą. If you want to wish Happy Christmas to someone in Poland, you will simply say Wesołych Świąt. And that's what I wish to all of you guys. I wish you a happy, szczęśliwych and fun oraz wesołych Christmas Świąt. See you next year. Ciao!